The thing that I'm fascinated by is what you're doing is you're really decoding and encouraging people to think about the idea of paid search or paid internet marketing as opposed to simply just putting up a Facebook page and thinking that that's helping.
Right. Yes.
The amount of people that tell me that their Facebook page is their website is just astonishing to me. It's funny. It's really funny. Someone would do a Facebook page and think that that serves as a website. When you're talking about running a business, you've got functionality there that the consumer wants.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be able to have a look around. And obviously, the discussion we're having today is that if you do spend even $20 a day on Google Ads and in the paid space, your return on investment is far greater.
Mm-hmm. It can certainly be. Absolutely. Especially the better you understand how that search is operated. It's a complex, Facebook, it's their ad wizard, basically the thing that steps you through about what you're going to create and run an ad is so simple. Very few endpoint areas where you have to put certain pieces of data or choose from options, and then you're done. Google AdWords, it's not a simple interface. Not that it's scary, but that it allows so much in variety as far as to help create and construct the perfect ad.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of businesses are not doing this, are they?
No, and like you said, a lot of businesses really do think that their presence, as far as their internet presence, their web presence, that a Facebook page for their business is what it takes. And, that would be great. I can see why they would love to think that and believe that, because it's so simple to set up, it's cheap, and everybody knows Facebook. And as far as cheap, it's free. However, like you said, that makes a very poor website because Google can't search it.
Chelsea, tell me a little bit about your take on what's the difference between running maybe a Facebook ad and how simple that is, because it's very simple.
Right.
As opposed to running a Google ad, which has much more durability, much more robust ROI, but it's harder to do.
Right.
So can you do the pros and cons of a Facebook ad and maybe even a Facebook page compared to a Google ad and investing the time and understanding keywords and how Google functions?
Well, let's look at first and foremost, Facebook is popular, people know it, and thus people think, well, if I have my business page, then it acts as a website. It's good enough for me. It's cheap. I mean, it's free, and people see Facebook. But here's the thing. You have a Facebook page. Google will see that you have a Facebook page. That's it. Any content you're posting, if you're generating original content or making announcements or running like coupons or sales or anything of that nature on Facebook, they're not going to see that because they can't search inside that network. It's a closed network, first and foremost. Here's the other thing. Running an ad on Facebook or boosting a post on Facebook or in some way spending money to use Facebook to promote either your page or your product or your website is limited because the intention of the user is already established for socializing and not search. And its wizard, when we're talking about the wizard, the thing that it steps you through in producing, helping you create an ad, that wizard is very basic. It won't let you drill deep into the mindset of your customer by either setting a time of day and certain days of the week to run your ad. If you're using Google AdWords and you know it's with mothers, you might want to hit them on every day of the week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 10:30 a.m. because they will have taken the kids to school and they might be coming back and kind of doing some things on their computer before they go off and do some other errands. But the point is, Google wants you to basically be intuitive with your customer that you're targeting and make your ad very compatible with that particular target demographic. Facebook is too basic. I still think that it does not allow or afford a lot of diversity when creating an ad. So it's just not going to do as well. AdWords, you were asking, well, what's the great point about Google AdWords? Yes, the CPC, or cost per click, actually can be very expensive on certain keywords in industries that are highly competitive. For instance, totes. I have a client who has designed a custom tote, who is at a high price bracket relative to others, maybe closer to a Michael Kors, certainly Longchamp, something of that nature. And they have dominated the tote keyword, every form of the keyword. Tory Burch is another one. Relative to her product, the actual cost for that keyword is really expensive. For instance, I think it was like over $9 a click for the cost of that keyword. That is huge, and I want people to remember this, and it would occur both ways with anybody who's a CPC, cost per click. The thing that you need to remember is that your ad, if it is not specialized around a keyword to such an extent that the client, that your customer is most likely going to click on it and buy your product, if people are tire kickers and they click on your ad, you still have to cough up the money for that click.